Hello everybody, my name is CulBlu, and I'm bringing you guys the first game in the JDL series that I'm going to be casting today. That's right, we're going to see Sad Gaming versus Newtry, and this is going to be like the first of a best of two series, and we're going to see some Dota get played. I don't really know what to say outside of, I'm just excited to see some Dota get played, and I get to talk about things because I found the tool, and it's going to be useful, and we're going to see how well this goes. Alright, so as far as everything goes, I want to go ahead and talk about the votes really fast if I can actually find where the heck the votes are, so we can see who's voting for who as far as the JDL is concerned. And I want to say, that I'll keep saying words until I can find the listing. That way you all will never know. You'll never know that I didn't have the listing yet.
5 seconds remaining.
But maybe I did. Maybe I did it, and there it is. Alright, so I got the listing here. So as far as the, wow, jeez. Alright, so 70% of you all out there who voted, all 50 of you, believe that Sad Gaming will be winning this series 2-0. Of course, 14% of you think it's 1-1, and the remaining 16% think that Newtry are going to take both games. So some people have some faith, some people love their team, some people are supporting them to the bitter end, but Sad Gaming definitely the favorite team in this game, so I can respect that. I can respect that. And looking at the bans that we see so far, Sad Gaming BR, I think they're still relatively consistent from what I normally see them go for. They are banning out the Death Prophet and the Invoker, and as far as everything else goes, they pick up a Tusk with the first pick. On the side of Newtry, they did ban out the Earth Spirit and the Outward Devourer, so two heroes who are really, it depends on your perspective. I think OD is a lot stronger than what people like to give him credit for, so I think he definitely deserves a first or second ban. And Earth Spirit, I've seen him ignored completely in a lot of teams, so it looks like Sad Gaming definitely has somebody who loves to play themselves on Earth Spirit. And yep, Sad Gaming, they ban out Death Prophet every single game, so that's a very common occurrence according to our stats right now in JDL. And wow, Doombringer's the most banned right now for Newtry, which I'm not sure if that's accurate with the current meta. Anywho, all that aside, we have the picks coming up from Newtry. They're going to ban out, or pick up the Slaughter and the Lich, so they're going to have themselves a nice little cool little combo going on. I'm of the belief that Lich as a support really helps you dominate the lane, of course, because he does have that sacrifice, so it's going to be easy victory lane. So I'm not too terribly sure if they're going to go for a tri-lane with Lich Slaughter +1, so that way Lich can just continuously deny XP, or maybe they'll go Lich Slaughter off lane. But all said and done, Lich will be really useful when these team fights do break out, especially since Tusk is going to be, you know, basically snowballing into the middle of the team. So Newtry have a nice little easy counter setup mechanism where Lich just hang on the back line, Tusk will snowball in, he'll drop that ulti. That's an ideal situation though, so we may not see that happen a lot. Moving to the Sad Gaming side, they did pick up the Tusk and also the Dazzle. So Tusk, very aggressive support who can just snowball in, just wreck stuff and save people's lives with snowball. Blink Dagger Snowball, always fun. Shadow Blade ults, it's always fun if you can ever get that amount of farm. But typically speaking, you see Tusk played in the role of just a roaming support. And having the Dazzle being picked up on Sad Gaming BR, I mean, that's going to mesh really well with the Tusk. He can snowball in, Dazzle can drop the heal on top of Tusk plus all his crew, and Shallow Grave is always useful, and that negative armor definitely going to help out. But on the side of Newtry, judging by the fact that they banned out Zeus, it looks like they're maybe a little bit concerned about their mid. Of course, Invoker's banned out, OD's banned out, Zeus is banned out. I'm not sure if we're going to see anything like a Dragon Knight mid. If we do see that, we'll probably see a Viper get banned out, because I think Viper gives Dragon Knight a ton of trouble as far as being able to stay in the lane and just, you know, do his due diligence and kill some stuff, get some farm. But we'll have to wait and see. DK, not the greatest in mids in the world, but he is relatively strong. And judging by our lineups right now, let me see. Judging by, wow, okay, go away. Judging by our lineups right now, Tusk as a hero will be probably setting the tempo of this game. I don't know if we'll see a Batrider in this piece so far, but we got a lot of mids getting banned out. Jesus. Death Prophet, Invoker, Templar Assassin, Zeus, OD. We're gonna see these guys scrape the bottom of the barrel for this one. We might see a Puck mid. Like, I would be pretty darn excited if there was a Puck mid, but seriously doubt we'll see that. Seriously doubt we'll see that. I'm trying to think of other mids that might be going into this game, and I can't really think of any off the top of my head. Queen of Pain is definitely still in the pool, so she'll be a nice solid mid for them to go for. Dragon Knight, I've already mentioned him. I don't know if Ember gets played mid anymore. Definitely an option, and that's about all I see outside of the occasional Lina mid or Leshrac mid. But I'm not sure if either of these teams have a pocket Lina or pocket Leshrac to actually put into the game. Moving to Sad Gaming BR, like I said, they ban out the Templar Assassin, they also ban out the Vengeful Spirit. So that kind of tells you maybe they're a little bit scared of the right-click damage that can come out from Newtry. when you have the negative armor slaughter, you do not want to let the team get more negative armor because it just makes it a lot worse. Templar Assassin has negative armor, if you guys didn't know, and the Wave of Terror from Vengeful Spirit, relatively strong, like a lot stronger than I would ever want to give it credit for, but definitely has earned its place in Dota Hall of Fame for pretty much a very cost-effective ability that gives you so much value. And on Moon's side of Neutri, they banned out the Ursa plus the Zeus. So Ursa, really, relatively speaking, a powerful mid, and he also played a decent support. But relatively speaking, a very powerful mid who does help your team get that mix of damage. And we got a Darkseer you can pick up on side Sad Game and BR. So we will see if Neutri have an Oracle, because Oracle works perfect versus a Darkseer. Like, he has such a good time versus Darkseer. Like, I can't even tell you how much fun freaking Oracle has versus Darkseer. Like, he's like, hey yo dog, Darkseer, I heard you had an ability called Surge in Iron Shell. Let me just get that off of you, you know, just clean you up a little bit. But Darkseer in general are going to be really nice for the initiations on this fight. We'll have to wait and see if Sad Gaming do decide to go for somebody like a Queen of Pain to help augment their lanes. The mids, like I mentioned before, are a little bit lacking in this specific game because we got a ton of them getting banned out. But if we do see Queen of Pain come out of the mid, I don't really know who Sad Gaming will, or sorry, who Neutri will decide to go for if they allow Sad Gaming to get the Queen of Pain. So maybe they're thinking right now, do we want to go ahead and get the quad mid, so that way Neutri or Sad Gaming don't have it, and that'll help them secure, like, you know, kind of like a little bit of regression. I guess it'll overall make it a little bit harder because in my personal experience, as far as casting goes, when it comes to Juggernaut, he's a mediocre hero, in my honest opinion. If I may be honest, quite mediocre hero in the sense that him by himself doesn't do enough to help his team win. But if he does have a mid like a Templar Assassin, if he does have a mid like an Invoker, then they can always do so much work to actually get in there. And we actually at Neutri, they're going to pick up the puck, so they're going to have some nice counter initiation in these team fights and some nice aggression to jump on somebody like a Queen of Pain if Sad Gaming do decide to pick her up. And in my honest opinion, Queen of Pain is probably one of the better mids left in the game. I mean, you can go for a Silencer, yeah, I was going to say Skywrath Mage, but that's really not the meta right now. Silencer's pretty much the only other one I can think of outside of Queen of Pain. Oh, Windrunner. Okay. Windrunner still left in the pool. So Windrunner definitely be a good mid to actually go up with the lineup and help augment the damage. She'll have the right click damage to make Dazzle's negative armor work pretty well. Tusk can be really aggressive with Windrunner. Windrunner can Windrun away if she needs to. And those shackle shots, them shackles though, can definitely turn a few fights. So we'll just have to wait and see what they decide to go for. As far as overall lineups though, on the side of Neutri, it makes me a little bit sad that we don't have a Darkseer on their side. Because you have the Slaughter with the negative armor, you have the Lich, or sorry, Slaughter with the AoE Crush, you have the Lich with the ulti, you have Juggernaut with his spin, and Puck with her abilities that can kind of keep people together. They would benefit a lot from something like a Magnus or an Enigma or even a Darkseer. I think Darkseer would be the best choice out of all those three I mentioned. But he did get picked up on the other side. And speaking of combos, looks like Sad Gaming are going to go ahead and pair up the Sven with the Darkseer, so Darkseer Vacuum into Sven Stun, into Snowballs from Tusk, and maybe even a Wisp might get picked up. So we'll see if Neutri decide to bite for the Wisp pickup. But right now, Sad Gaming have a relatively strong lineup in the sense that they have the Tusk for the early aggression, they have the Darkseer who can help them in the mid game, and Sven late game will just pretty much wreck Juggernaut all day long, assuming he doesn't get caught up by himself. Hell, even if he does get caught up by himself, I think Sven should be able to survive a lot of that. So a lot of weight's going to be put on Slaughter as far as his initiations or his counter initiations. And a Lich ulti is probably going to, you know, RNG's, might as well go ahead and start praying to him now. Because it's definitely going to need those bounces to come on top of Sven so he can continuously kite him. That's one of Sven's biggest weaknesses is the ability to just be kited to death. So continuing with everything else, we got the last ban coming up from Neutri. Neutri are trying to ban out what looks to be another, trying to ban on mid. Queen of Pain's the only logical one I can think of right now. Unless they decide to run a Sven Wisp mid. But they do ban out the Magnets instead, so I guess they want to make sure that they don't get no wombo combos going. So Neutri, not going to allow that to go through. Not going to have none of that, so to speak. But they do still open themselves up to a Wisp unless they want to pick up one for their side. And Oracle actually gets banned on the side of Sad Gaming, so nice heads up play. They do still need support on Neutri's side. Oracle would have been a nice support for them to have overall, just being able to purge off Darkseer's abilities and maybe even stop Sven a few times to continuously kite Sven, because you know Sven getting kited is always a good idea. He's a leaf on the wind. Watch him fly as he gets kited. Too soon? Too soon? Too soon, guys? Sorry. If you get that reference, you're awesome. If you didn't get that reference, it's okay. Just go watch Firefly. Alright, so taking a look at the lineup, one thing that will work, okay, according to statistical data over here, one thing that will work for these guys, because we do need another support, is Abaddon. He will work out relatively well against the lineup of Sad Gaming, according to statistical data that I got over here. I'm not sure how trustworthy this is, but Abaddon will work out relatively well, and he will make a little bit of sense. Disruptor actually gets picked up on the side of Neutri, so they're going to make sure that they have the disables to actually stop them from going all aggressive in their face. Just make sure that they kind of stay in their place, so to speak. Oh man, Warlock would have been a good idea too. Warlock would have been perfect. But looks like no, instead they're just going to go for the Disruptor, trying to keep everybody down, silenced up, trying to go for what they know. Go for what they know sometimes is a lot better than going for what's statistically more advantageous for your team. Speaking of advantageous for your team, Sad Gaming still need a mid. Queen of Pain still wide open in the pool. Dragonite still wide open in the pool. I like a Dragonite a little bit better than Queen of Pain, in the sense that Dragonite can get in there late game and just helps Finn with the carry, but that's going to be a relatively greedy lineup. Alchemist is also left in the pool too, but I'm not sure how greedy they want to be on the side of Sad Gaming BR. If they get an Alchemist, he can get Aghanim after for everybody. That'll be amazing. But versus Neutri's ramp up, the type of ramp up that they have, where the Juggernaut will hit his stride a little bit earlier than normal. Normal carries will. Puck will get that Blink Dagger and be able to jump in there and initiate those fights. And Slaughter, once he gets his Blink Dagger, his initiation will be there. Given the fact that they don't need that much on Neutri's side to become, like, you know, online and start killing stuff, whereas if Sad Gaming do invest in an Alchemist, they will have to get themselves, you know, the Alchemist Radiance. They will have to get themselves Mantis Orchids, or Mantis, not Orchids, Octarine Core, and get Aghanim after for everybody to be super OP and strong. That means that they're going to have a lot of time where they're going to need to be absolutely on point and defending. And I don't know if they can play a 4 Protect 1 to make sure Spin gets a farm. They have the Tusk, Dazzle, Starks here, plus an Alchemist. I'm not a huge fan of that. I'm not a huge fan of that at all. And they decided to go for the Wind Ranger, so relatively safe pickup on the Wind Ranger. She will be able to create that space necessary to make sure Spin can continuously farm. And she will be able to challenge Juggernaut a lot. Like, Juggernaut caught with the Shackle. Like, hell, even Juggernaut caught with the... or if he gets a Spin and tries to TP out, Windrunner may have enough damage to actually get the kill. So Jug better be on notice, because Windrunner's out there to get him. She's gonna touch him. She's gonna touch him so bad. He ain't gonna like it. He's not gonna be enjoying that. And Valentine's Day was yesterday, so today's, like, you know, the day after. He's gonna have a walk of shame today. Too soon? Too soon? I think that's too soon. Anywho, going into the game right now, Sad Gaming BR, they have their Wombo combo, so to speak, with the Spin Darks here, so it's going to be nice to see that play out. And on the other side of NWT, they have a little bit of counter initiation. I'm not sure how well it's going to work out, because you have the Lich ult, which is one good piece of counter initiation, and then you got the Puck ult, which can, you know, kind of get in there and counter initiate, but the main reason why NWT have what they have is because Disruptor's there. It makes a lot of sense. If Puck can keep everybody clumped together a little bit, the Disruptor can drop his own ulti, followed by Lich, and that'll be a perfect world. Seriously doubt we're gonna get that, but I'm gonna go ahead and call it now. You know, speak now, forever hold my peace. That's kind of what's happening right now. Speaking of hold my peace, let me go ahead and introduce these players before I have zero time to do it later. Starting off on this Lich, who's actually hanging out in the top lane. We got the life of a dog shit. Like, you know, it just starts at the top, and then it goes to the bottom. Moving on to the Puck, we see ourselves the one and only, come on bruh. Playing that Puck, and actually, we got a snowball. Juggernaut's gonna be a little bit trouble. Forced to pop the spin. He will be able to run away. It looks like he will be able to get out of there just in time. Spin stun can follow up. I don't know if they want to dive that early, but that was a really, really scary play. Glad Juggernaut decided to wait for that one, but he's able to survive because Spin OP, please nerf. If that was anybody else, they would have definitely died. But at the very least, some regen force coming out, or sorry, some resources getting forced out. Tusk spending a little bit of mana. Juggernaut spending a ton of mana relative to his crappy mana pool. Alright, continuing the calls though, we got Slaughter, Kickstart My Heart, aww, that's so cute. Kickstart My Heart playing at Slaughter. Juggernaut is being controlled by the one and only Dogshit Dota 2 player. So we got the Life of Dogshit on Slich, and then we got Dogshit Dota 2 player on Juggernaut. They're just having all kinds of good times. And on this Disruptor, we have the last, wow, really, Haley Williams. Okay, I respect you, bro. I agree, that would be my name too if I could get away with that, but I can't. Unfortunately, I can't. And we also see some nice little creep blocking coming in. For anybody wondering, like, oh, LOL, LOL, they lost a creep, lols noobs. The reason why they let the range creep go out because he does cause the lane, or he will help the lane push towards them. And him being dead means that less extra damage coming towards these guys. But it doesn't matter. Darkseer's gonna push the lane anyway because he's freaking Darkseer. Just being a jerk about it. Moving to the other side of Sad Boys. Sad Boys? No, Sad Gaming. Sorry, Sad Gaming. My apologies. My apologies. We see Kepler playing. Oh, hold on. Come on, bro. Taking a whole bunch of damage mid. Needs to be a little bit careful. Power shots plus some right clicks. Looks like just right clicks actually. Right clicks and a power shot. That's all the way it took. And Puck is actually relatively low, so she needs to be very careful. Meanwhile, Dazzle taking quite a bit of damage. Oh, Snowball coming from Tusk. They're gonna go straight on top of Lich, and Lich's gonna be a little bit of trouble. He's gonna be forced back. The stun coming through. His heal bomb actually followed up. Slaughter, beautiful stun, trying to keep his ally alive. And looks like, yeah, Lich will be able to make us on alive. A very close series of events. Slaughter was there with the stun though, so he was able to recover fast enough. He was able to recoup, so to speak. Speaking of recouping, continuing with my introductions before I was so rudely interrupted. Kepler on that Tusk, and we got Darkseer being played by Back Boys ? And on this Wind Ranger, who's actually heading out mid, taking a nice little chunk of damage from the Puck, we see ourselves the one and only Taforvilla. Wow, I cannot pronounce words. And of course, Finn hanging out on top. He's actually a little bit low in life. He's actually, wow, really close to dying. We got Ura playing that Sven, and of course, Dazzle is the last one to talk about. And man, jeez, this damage keeps happening. Hold on, we got Puck and Winter deciding to have a nice little catfight mid, just doing a little bit to each other. Both of them will be able to back away. Winter gonna go ahead and pop himself a healing salve. Unfortunately, Puck has a fairy fire, so that's all she really got. That's what you got. And last one is on this Dazzle. We have Entertainment playing that Dazzle, and that ends all the callouts. Meanwhile, down bottom, because CulBlu missed no first bloods. I am not all about that life. Down bottom, we got Juggernaut sitting pretty well with the last hits. 12 last hits going towards his name. Disruptor? Doing a fair job. Make sure Darkseer doesn't get anything. Only one last hit going the way of Darkseer's way. But do not forget that Darkseer can just abandon his lane completely and just go into the jungle whenever he so desires. He is almost level 3. So he will have level 2 Iron Shell here very soon. Meanwhile, mid Puck and Winter just going toe-to-toe once again. Come on, bruh. Take some right clicks. And Winter needs to be a little bit careful. That Illusionary Orb going to be up here very soon. Fairy Fire immediately getting eaten up by the Winter. Just make sure she casts some more sustaining lane. Meanwhile, top lane, this is a war of attrition. Looks like, oh, they're going to go for it. Tusk taking quite a bit of damage. One bash, all he needs. The heal coming from Dazzle will be enough. Snowball following up. Kickstart my heart. You just might be going down. Damage will be there. Sven, beautiful follow-up stun. It looks like Kepler going to be able to survive. Oh, no. The life of dog shit could not do anything. His right click was so pitiful. Fairy Fire, he needs more Fairy Fires. Meanwhile, a lot of people are low up top, so he needs to be a little bit careful with that. Back Boys down bottom. He will be going down and trying to deny himself. Does get to deny. So no XP. No XP going the way of NWT. So, new try. Trying to do what they can. That first blood, man, that almost happened on top of Tusk. How much armor does he have? That 3 armor, though. That was one of the situations where 3 armor was the difference between him living and him dying. Speaking of living and dying, come on, bro, hanging out mid, one run against a few pop shots, and this is an interesting lane to actually consider because I never considered how strong Windrunner was versus Puck alone. So I never really, never thought, okay, maybe Puck will win this lane or maybe Puck will lose this lane. But as it stands right now, Windrunner is relatively survivable versus the Puck, which I guess makes a lot of sense. She does have the evasion necessary to dodge Puck's right click, and all of Puck's damage comes from her spells mostly. So Waning Rift plus a nice little Illusionary Orb is all she really wants to try to get a kill. And right click too, sure. And Windrunner, she should be able to survive that. She does have herself a whole entire 2 armor, bro. 2 armor plus that wind run should be enough. And actually, speaking of being enough, we actually have her chasing down the Puck. Disruptor shows up around the corner. He's gonna go ahead and glimpse. He's gonna glimpse Windrunner back. Almost glimpse him into the range to kill the Puck again. But now Windrunner's gonna take the same run. Deja vu is real. They're gonna find themselves a Disruptor. Tusk dropping the Ice Shard is gonna be trapping Haley Williams all by herself. Oh no, leave her alone. She doesn't want to die right now, but she will be going down. People on all sides. The fans over flooding the barricades. Disruptor does go down. Disruptor very thematically going down. I'm trying to think of a song relative to Paramore, but I can't think that fast. The only song I can think of is shoot. Dang, I can't think of song. I can't even think of song names. That one, Sugar. I can only think of Sugar by Fall Out Boys. But that's the wrong band. Anyway, moving on down to bottom. Speaking of wrong band, we got Back Boys. Gonna be forced all the way back. Looks like Juggernaut not gonna be able to get anything. Meanwhile, Winter gets himself a casual kill on top of the Puck, and no more shenanigans happening down bottom. Juggernaut gonna go ahead and back away. Has a mango available, so one spin always on deck for him. Meanwhile, top lane, nothing truly bad happening. It's just kind of cool horsing together. And we got a rotation coming out from Dazzle, so he's going to go ahead and rotate around, checking the rune. Maybe do some dewarding, do some rewarding. And Sven actually in a little bit of trouble. Oh, he might be going down. Slaughter has a stun available here in right about now, but he did get hit with the stun falling from Sven. They're going to go for the Dazzle. The stun almost there for Slaughter. A little bit too slow coming up from that poison touch. Meanwhile, down bottom, Meanwhile, down bottom, Darkseer and Tusk still hanging out. Sorry, I keep thinking Darkseer and Tusk are on two different teams. My bad, guys. Darkseer and Tusk still hanging out, trying to get what farm that they can. And top lane, they're going to go for it again. Lich immediately starting off with the damage. And we got Tusk around the corner. Need to be very careful. One snowball is all he really needs. And I think it will be a dead slaughter. So I'm going to go ahead and monitor this for a few moments. Kickstart my heart. If he catches, I think if he goes past like this line, they can basically go for the kill. Because Finn has a stun on deck. Dazzle has a slow on deck. They're ready for it. Speaking of being ready for it, Darkseer down bottom. He wasn't ready for it. His body was not ready. He does go down. Meanwhile, Slaughter jumping for the stun on top of Finn. Finn has a follow-up stun. Here goes the follow-up stun. Kickstart my heart. He will be going down here in a few seconds. Finn getting the extra armor. Gonna be able to get out of here. And he gets himself a nice little kill. And actually goes to Tusk. Meanwhile, Darkseer did die down bottom, and we got Puck jumping immediately on top of Windrunner. This is what I was talking about before. Puck is all about the nukes, has basically no right click, and Windrunner gonna be able to get a power shot, Disruptor around the corner, trying to show up, help out a little bit. It looks like, come on, bro, we'll be going down, and will Windrunner make it out of this one? Yes, she will be able to make it out of this one. Disruptor, unfortunately, not enough mana to follow up with the damage. The deeps were not there. The deeps were not there. Windrunner getting herself a nice little solo kill, forcing the Disruptor rotation, and unfortunately, save not even close to there. Speaking of saves, we got Slaughter in a little bit of trouble. Tusk dropping the snowball immediately on top of the Slaughter. He's going to be forced to walk back around in a circle. Nice damage coming on top of Finn. Finn actually might be going down. If only Lich had more Fairy Fires, bro. But it looks like Finn will be able to walk away. A little bit too much armor for him to deal with. 6 plus 5. That's quite a bit of armor. Quite a bit of armor, actually. And are we going to see an armlet from Finn? No. Well, actually, Okay, see, now I'm very curious. Are we going to see an armlet from Sven? I've seen a few people go for armlet. Meanwhile, mid, we got, come on, bro. He's actually taking quite a bit of damage. We're going to try to get one power shot. Does get the last power shot. And, yeah. Yeah. Ta having a fantastic time with, or against that Puck. Just showing me how well Windrunner does versus Puck. Allegedly, it's a good matchup in favor of Windrunner. But, hey, what do I know? I'm only a caster here. Meanwhile, we got back boys hanging out with the Juggernaut. Juggernaut just gonna go ahead and whack away at the tower. Fortunately, Darkseer doesn't really have much to do except for stand there, drop some iron shells, and run away. Moving on to the top lane, more action get ready to happen here very soon. Tusk and crew. Sven sitting relatively low, actually. Sven sitting relatively low. Tusk and crew looks like they want to try to go for another kill. Nobody really left to find. And Windrunner, she's going straight for the Aghanim Scepter. So we're gonna see Ta have that Aghanim Scepter, have a little bit of fun with that. Maybe go straight up for I've seen a few builds where Windrunners, there's a Wind Ranger who, they're going for it. Lich is going to be the one to get initiated on. He's a little bit too far out. Drops his ulti, going to bounce around. Finn, unfortunately, not getting the bounce he wanted. But looks like Tusk's going to get the bounce. Oh my gosh, will it come back? No, it does not. But they will be able to get the kill. Kepler does go down for a Lich. And, worthwhile. Especially considering the fact that the kill did go towards the Windrunner, so I guess it's not the worst of things. It would have been a little bit worse if it went towards just Finn. But Finn did get forced all the way back, and he's still hanging out in the lane. Sitting really low. Healing Salve finally coming to his needs. And I don't think he has a magic one, never mind. That's what I say. I don't think a magic one gives you stats. Or magic stick gives you stats, but he has a magic wand, so it's a little bit different. Anywho, so still the top lane sitting relatively aggressive. I think overall the aggressive tri lane was Finn, Tusk, and Dazzle. Definitely working out in their favor. Finn has been involved in a whole entire 3 kills, has not died yet. Dazzle has been involved in 3 kills, has not died yet. I think Tusk is the only one who's died in this tri lane, and he's been involved in 5 kills, or 4 kills. So overall, the lane's going relatively well for the whole entire team. Meanwhile, Darkseer down bottom, not really having the best of times. 3 deaths to his name, and they're actually pinging something. Don't know what they're pinging, but they're pinging it hard. And now we got Windrunner. Windrunner gonna go ahead and push himself a mid tower. Tusk is hanging out here. Meanwhile, team fights. These guys are posturing so strongly. I see TP coming out. Look, I dropping a nice little ulti on Finn. Finn pop his ulti, gonna go forward. Dazzle with the heal. Drops the shallow grave as well. Make sure his ally can stay alive. More right clicks is all he needs. Looks like Finn gonna go ahead and TP out of here. It's gonna be a little bit too late. He gets glimpsed back, and he's gonna be going down for the count. Speaking of down for the count, this mid tower will be down for the count. Windrunner dropping all the right clicks necessary to actually get the kill. And looks like the tower. So a Sven for a tower. A very close trade. Overall, it's going to be 440 gold going towards the Radiant Squad. About 1,000 gold going towards Sad Gaming. I still think it's a more worthwhile trade for Sad. It's a more worthwhile trade for Nutri, mainly because on their side, if they get more tower, or if they get Sven more times and just basically delay him from becoming a super hard carry, and essentially build more space for Juggernaut to farm, then they'll do good. But once Finn gets to a certain level, Juggernaut just gets blown up, and like 2 or 3 right clicks in. That's not a good situation. Speaking of good situation, Juggernaut has ulti available. Darkseer, his days will be numbered. Tries to drop his surge, but not going to be fast enough for him. You can't escape death. That's what Juggernaut just said. Okay, he didn't say that, but he thought about it, and I thought it was cooler, so I just kind of subbed it in there. And moving over to the rest of the stuff, net worth showing that Juggernaut's at the top of the charts. I want to see how everybody's doing item-wise, because I want to see how close Slaughter is to his Blink Dagger. We got Windrunner, she's working on the Aghanim Scepter, so about 2 pieces away from that. Meanwhile, we have Darkseer working on the Mechanism for his team, so he's going to be able to have that mech for his team overall, and will help out a ton. As far as keeping everybody sustained in these fights, it's going to be really annoying with Dazzle plus Darkseer just walking around healing stuff all over the place. Moving on to Sven, he did go for the Helmet of Dominator, did not go for the Armlet like I was trying to call before. And yeah, sure, fine, Helmet of Dominator way better, fine, whatever. But he is going to be going for the Helmet of Dominator, so just help out his right click. Sorry, help out his sustainability in these team fights. Surprisingly, doesn't have any surprisingly doesn't have power charge, so I'm a little bit curious to see if he's trying to go straight for a Blink Dagger. Because Blink Dagger Spin is the best kind of spin in my honest opinion. It's very, very, very aggressive spin. It's kind of the same concept in my honest opinion, like a Blink Dagger on Blink Dagger on that other hero, Tiny. And now we got Juggernaut in a little bit of trouble. He's going to be actually getting hit with a ton of right click, and there we go. They do finally kill the kill the healing ward. Now Juggernaut will be able to TP out of here. Dazzle has nothing to actually stop him. Winner damage is not going to be there. Meanwhile, Disruption shows up. Haley Williams gonna gun back away. He's like, never mind. Nope. Gotta go ahead and walk home. And Puck going to go ahead and just try to farm up a little bit, but the whole team was ready to help go for the kill on top of the Dazzle plus Windrunner. A good idea to back away though, because it was not necessary for them to fight. Continuing on with the rest of the items, we got Juggernaut working on the Battle Fury by the looks of it, or actually, yeah, it's a Battle Fury. I hope it's a Battle Fury and not a crit. It'll be a little awkward if it was a crit. Let's see, what else can you build this? A Blade Mail? Nah, Battle Fury. Battle Fury makes a lot more sense. Juggernaut working towards that Battle Fury. Meanwhile, we got Disruptor. He's taking a nice little chunk of damage. Come on, bro. Oh, ooh, that power shot's so close. Almost caught his tail. He might have died from that. Now, actually, Windrunner really wants this kill. She's going to go for it. She's coming all the way in. They see him with the Observer Ward. They're trying to go for the kill on top of Disruptor. It looks like this second power shot misses. Windrunner has her TP out, so she will be able to TP out of there. If she would have got that kill, it would definitely been worth it. But hey, might as well try what you can. Meanwhile, Lich's going to drop the ulti on top of Sven. And Sven's going to get the bounces. The bounces will be there. It looks like they are going to bounce in the wrong direction. Meanwhile, Slaughter's caught all by himself. But here's the bounces. That's what they needed. That's going to be the RNGs answering his wishes. Lich casts himself a kill on top of Sven. Secondary kill coming on top of the Tusk. Or third kill coming on top of Tusk here very soon. Nice Puck ulti to follow up. And now Dazzle will be the last one left. Not enough mana for Shallow Grave. He must construct additional pylons, bro. Drops out the Shallow Grave. He will be able to keep himself alive for a few more seconds. But his life is, I mean, he's delaying the inevitable, really. Does get blown up immediately by the Lich on the back end of that. Meanwhile, mid we got Juggernaut versus the Windrunner. Windrunner will be having a way with the Juggernaut, and not in a good way. It looks like Juggernaut tried to drop the ultimate, but he decided to cancel it. Very smart, because you do not want them that many creeps. And say, oh, well, he better get it. No, the spin lasted a little bit too long, and Windrunner able to keep herself alive during the whole entire engagement. Juggernaut only has, or he has a level 2 ulti, so that would have killed. That would have most definitely killed if she didn't have that Windrunner, of course. But unfortunately, Juggernaut not going to have the best of luck. Going to be getting stumped into the ground a little bit more. And with these teams even like they are, it's actually not that great of a deal. Luckily for Neutri, Sven has died 2 times. So it's going to delay his net worth. It's going to drop him a little bit on the net worth chart and just delay whatever item he has. And as you can see, his net worth is not sitting the highest in the game. And his items are not sitting all that pretty. Doesn't even have power charge just yet. Still a little bit behind on that. But on the flip side, Juggernaut, he has himself a whole entire drum of endurance working towards a Battle Fury. He will have that up here probably about maybe 20-minute mark. And that's gonna be a Tusk. Tusk getting scouted out. Snowball coming through. Tusk will be running. He will not be denied. Come on, Tusk, you can do it. Never mind, bro. You're dead. I'm sorry, bro. You're dead. Tusk will be going down. Coupler getting caught up in the trees. Just trying to hide around the corner. Just maybe go for a gank or 2. But looks like he does lose his life at the end of the day. Meanwhile, Darkseer taking some damage versus these jungle creeps, trying to get that farm though, that net worth. He is pretty close to his mechanism, about 700 gold away. And now we got Windrunner. She's going to be farming up some jungle creeps, and she can go ahead and push herself a tower. She sees 2 people total on the Radiant squad hanging out on top. Doesn't really know where everybody else is, so they're trying to play a little bit cautious. But I think this is the moment for Windrunner to actually go for the mid tower push. Has her ulti available, has an Aghanim Scepter available, so ulti's pretty much all in every single team fight. And I think that's really about it. I mean, Aghanim Scepter fully finished on Windrunner is probably the most significant thing that's happened so far. The rest of the items on the game, I mean, Sven versus Juggernaut, they're both sitting kinda, yeah, Juggernaut's sitting better. Juggernaut has power charge way early, also has a drum of endurance, which is, I think, more net worth than the Helmet Dominator. Just barely. So Juggernaut definitely has the way better farm overall. But my true question is, will Sven get a Blink Dagger? Like, I swear if he gets a Blink Dagger, I will be the happiest caster in the world. Come on, Ura. We believe in you. We believe in you, Ura. I think it's Ura. It should be Ura. It sounds cool. Lich has a mechanism fully finished up, so he'll probably transition into those arcane, or those Guardian Greaves, so he'll get the arcane boots and then Guardian Greaves and have a little bit of fun with that. Juggernaut sitting pretty darn close to his battlefield, what I say, 20 minutes. Still needs a little bit more farm. So we'll see how that pans out for him and when that pans out for him. And now Windrunner probably working on her first damage on here very soon. Has about 1k gold saved up. Looks like crit's going to be her first big item. And the jungle creep shall be farmed, so some nice gold boost towards Tusk and Dazzle coming here very soon. And no, Sven gonna go and farm the stack. They're gonna go for it. Never mind, just gonna let Sven go to his devices. Sven getting all the damage. Smoke ain't coming up behind the Sven. And we'll see how they rotate in. They're gonna rotate straight into the Roach Pit and go for it. Sven, no Blink Dagger available, so he will have to walk, unfortunately. But they're gonna go for it anyway. And I don't know if Radiant have any idea that this is going on at all. They have a Observer Ward over hanging out by the Ancients. That's really all they see. But a nice little play coming out from Sad Gaming did show that they backed away from where Sven was. Dropped himself a smoke and walked on over here on the corner, straight into the Roach Pit. But I think, oh man, the vision will be there. They see Tusk a little bit low. I don't know if they see this. They should be able to scout this out. We'll see what the response is. Yes, they see him. They see he's low. They see his sigils thrown out. Oh man, the timing is gonna be pretty danky on this one. They are not responding. Oh yeah. So we see no rotation just yet coming from NWT. I don't know if they know that Roche is up, but they should. They definitely see the Tusk. And there's no question about it. They definitely see the Tusk. Nobody's strongly posturing straight for the Roche yet. It's like, so he will fall down without much of a challenge. So Age is going to the Windrunner, so some more damage going her way. About 2k gold going her way as well, so we'll probably see the first item with that crit. I don't know if she's going to go for the crit first, or she's going to go straight up for the Demon Edge. I think the crit gives her more damage overall, but the Demon Edge gives her flat damage, which would be nice. So maybe we should go for that. Meanwhile, inside of NWT, they're continuing to try to get what farm they can. Goldgrass Shown is in their favor right now, mainly because they did get the better objectives, they did get the better kills. They have, what, 1 tower advantage? Technically 0 towers if you count in that Roche gold. But just their team fights overall have been going a little bit better, just very slightly better. They killed Sven a few times. Juggernaut, I think he's only died at least once. Yeah, Juggernaut's only died once right now. Moving on to the XP graph, showing that NWT do have the better XP hold, so they have been getting a little bit more, solo farm. There's been a little bit more clumping up for Sad Gaming, mainly because they did have to have the Tusk and the Sven hang out in lane quite a long time. Dazzle's there for the heal bomb too, so it was beneficial for everybody. But the space creation coming out overall for, I think, Sad Game is a little bit better, but it's a little bit hard to say when the gold graph and the XP graph is in favor of NWT, so I guess they're not creating enough space. Needs more space. I mean, Lich and crew are going to go ahead and go for smoking. Puck has her Blink Dagger available, so she can actually blink in and get those kills. Meanwhile, we have Lich Mechanism fully finished up. Juggernaut Battlefield fully finished up. He's ready to go for a kill. We're about to see a 5-on-5 team fight. Sorry, 4-on-5 team fight. Winner going to go straight for the damage. Puck going to blink in immediately, dropping the silence. Beautiful initiation on top of the Sven. Sven will be going down here very soon. Looks like he will be able to survive. Shellgrave, oh, the Puck ulti. Are you kidding me? Catching every single person left. Winner going to be able to keep himself invisible. Sven first one to go down in that fight. Mechanism getting popped immediately by the Lich, and they're going to continue the fight. Slaughter actually shows up top. He's going to continue to go for the kill, trying to help his allies out, but where are you at, Slaughter? I can't even find him right now. Anyway, Juggernaut taking quite a bit of damage. And actually, yeah, there's Slaughter. I hear him. Slaughter's up top, drops the Slither and Crush, able to get the kill on top of the Dazzle. They followed the kill on top of the Tusk. The team fight's a shambles. Windrunner going to be the last one to go down. Has a Windrun available as soon as she comes back alive. Needs to be very careful about this, though. Actually blinks away instead, so nice play from her. And she gets glimpsed right back where she started. This is not going to be the greatest of games for her. She does drop her ulti, trying to go for the man fight. Not going to be able to win it because she has too much DPS coming her way. So she will be going down. Kickstart my heart has officially ended the winner in his heart. A very, very, very unfortunate thing. Very unfortunate thing indeed. But the team fight definitely going away at NWT. A lot of really scrappy fight overall. I was kind of expecting Sven to die a little bit faster, sure, but I mean, can't have everything. Nice initiation from Disruptor, not waiting for the Puck to blink in, and it was a really good idea because they dropped the Disruptor wall, they dropped the Disruptor ult, they only caught the Sven sure because I think Windrunner or whoever it was blunked out a little bit too fast or ran away too fast. But overall, they saved the Dreamcaller from Puck and waited for everybody to clump up on the secondary initiation when the snowball came through, and that was a beautiful, just a beautiful initiation overall. So I like the mechanically speaking, New Try were definitely there that fight, and mechanically speaking, New Try definitely won. I think they just definitely deserved having everybody dead on the side of Sad Gaming. Meanwhile, TPs do come down bottom. Puck gonna come down here, bruh, and farm some creeps. That efficiency though, that efficiency. And I think Lich, is he working towards Guardian Greaves? I mean, he's saving up quite a bit of gold, so maybe he's going straight for Ags. Or maybe we're going to see a Hand of Midas on the support. I would hate that, actually. But I think Aghanim would definitely help out a lot. We saw like one of the fights where Lich dropped his ulti, and by the time it finally, you know, focused and RNGs was with them, and it bounced into the right direction, it was only like 2 bounces left, so it hit Sven, it hit somebody else, and then it went away. So having an Aghanim would definitely be beneficial, considering the fact that Sad Gaming really wants to clump up a lot. And it's kind of really just the nature of the fact that you have Tusk with the snowball, and you also have Sven, who kind of needs to get in there and get in your face. Given the fact that Sven is going to be so close to you and so in your face, Dazzle is not going to be that far behind. And I think Lich's bounce search range has what? Is it 300? It's like 500 range. Anyway, before I talk about that, Dazzle getting jumped on immediately, almost gets dunked, doesn't die just yet, but he will be dying here very soon. Actually, oh, he gets close back, denied. He will be going down here. Negative earn charge as well, just to make it worse. The whole entire crew from NWT just going to go straight Deathball meta. They're going to go ahead and push while they can. Juggernaut has a healing ward down. They're going to go for a tower. Secondary tower can come here very soon. Meanwhile, Finn and Windrunner going to go ahead and steal himself a tower, and Finn is working towards a Sanji and Yasha, so his big damage item will be in the form of a Sanj, so to speak. Meanwhile, TP coming in from the whoever that was, and they cancel that. Very smart. Oh, they blink away, or no, they cancel that. Was that Darkseer? That was Darkseer. That was weird. Anyway, Puck blinking forward. Nice silence on top of 2, and she does get her ulti. Meanwhile, Spin counter initiation not going to be all the way there. Gets caught inside the Static Storm. Really needs to BKB this game, taking quite a bit of damage. He will be going down here in a few seconds. He does get himself saved, trying to get the right clicks going. The right clicks do not go fast enough. And the whole entire crew for NWT going to continue with the push. Puck is going to be able to evade away. Slaughter, will he be the follow-up kill? Looks like no. They can't even get a follow-up kill on Slaughter. And Slaughter actually got himself a Hand of Midas, so a dive to the tier 3 tower, killing 3 people overall, and still claiming the tier 2 and threatening your tier 3. I mean, it's just a great situation right now for NWT. Like I said, the Wombo combo can come out from Sad Gaming, sure, but NWT have been playing a relatively patient game. I've seen it. Oh wait, we actually seen it 2 times in a row now, where Disruptor would initiate with his wall plus his ulti, and then Puck would immediately follow up. With her own ulti, so it's a really good chain of initiations. I never really thought about the lineup in that aspect, so it's actually really nice to see that. And that's really good to see, especially considering the fact that Puck had a relatively crappy early game. Speaking of crappy early games, Windrunner, Shackle Shot does not land, so her mid game will be kind of crappy. Disruptor Wall just kind of denying everybody a little bit. Tusk really wants a snowball. Don't know if you'll be able to find one. So everybody's just going to go ahead and back away. NWT having a nice hold onto that gold grab. About a 12k gold lead, almost a 15k gold lead. Items are looking fantastic on their side. Lich has a 4-staff. Puck is working on Aghanim Scepter, so that way once Finn does get a blink, or BKB, he will not be able to have much use out of it, so it's going to be really annoying for him. Meanwhile, Slaughter has a Blink Dagger and a Hand of Midas, so I'm expecting to see him go for some bigger items later on. We also see Juggernaut, Drum of Endurance, plus the Battle Fury. I don't know what his next big item will be, but let's go and check the Courier to see what it is. And it is going to be a Manta style. He's actually running towards the secret shop now to actually pick it up. And the Courier is going to go ahead and deliver that so coveted item for him. Just more right click damage overall, and also having an ability, having a way to get rid of some of the annoying, maybe dodge a stun or 2. I don't think he'll actually be able to fully dodge both stuns from Sven and also from Windrunner. But at the very least, he can create himself more illusions and just get some more right click damage. Meanwhile, we got Disruptor. He's working on his item. It looks like his is going to be a 4-staff, just to make sure you can continuously kite someone like a Spin. 4-staff is kind of his undoing. That's like a really huge item to pick up versus things like Spin and also Ursa, which is why Spin and Ursa have relatively good abilities as far as slows and stuns. But all said and done, if you're able to 4-staff away or drop yourself a Ghost Scepter, then you're fine. So 4-staff going to be coming up here and Disruptor here very soon, or Rod of Atos, but 4-staff makes a lot more sense. Nice supportive item for him to go for. Moving on to the other side, on the dire side, Sad Gaming, they got a little bit of work to do. I like the amount of initiation that they have, but I still think Sven needs a Blink Dagger. I still think Sven absolutely needs a Blink Dagger, because otherwise your initiation is not as strong as it can normally be. If you can have Darkseer blink in, drop a vacuum, and then have Sven blink in, follow up immediately, and then drop a stun, oh, that's going to be a 1 team fight every single day of the week. The only issue with that is as Finn, he has to kind of walk up to him to drop a stun, and by the time you got Puck dropping the phase shift, you got Slaughter dropping a sprint, you got Juggernaut ulting somebody, you got Disruptor dropping his ulti, you got Lich just dying. So hopefully things go well for him, a little bit better for him. Meanwhile, speaking of things going better for him, we got Windrunner getting caught out with in the worst way possible. Lich actually committed his ulti to this. They do get the kill on top of Windrunner, so it will be worthwhile. Meanwhile, Juggernaut gets himself an ulti on top of the solo Dazzle, so he goes down. And last but not least, this is Darkseer getting smacked into the ground as well. And then now we got a Dark Summoner Troll. Just wants to die a little bit faster. He will be going down to the Slaughter. And team fights after team fight just continues to go in favor of NWT. I mean, Nutri put on a very fantastic showing so far. Gonna go ahead and get themselves 1 Rax and working on the second tier 3, so he can get himself another set of Raxes. Double Rax Dota. This looks like what they're going for. And actually, GG's come out from Sad Gaming, so they're gonna go ahead and tap out of this game. So good game, well played indeed. The lineup worked out way better than I was initially expecting. I was kind of thinking there was no synergy between the abilities, but who needs synergy when you have double initiation? I mean, they have triple initiation technically. If Disruptor's in the right spot, he can initiate, and then Puck can initiate, and then Slaughter can follow up his initiation. So that was a pretty cool way to look at that game. I'm definitely a fan. That was pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this game, guys. My name is CulBlu. Just brought you guys this first game in this best of 2, or in this 2-game series, not a best of 2. 2-game series between Nutri and Sad Gaming. So hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna go ahead and cast the next game, and as always, I will see you guys whatever.